right now, but I think I got it. I'm serious.
What's going on, guys? You're watching another episode of Two Bros, Two Brews. We're getting in.
We got a beer here. It's Gumballhead from Floyds Brewing in Indiana. It's a wheat beer. I put some lemon in it to finish it off. And it's a pretty cool looking can. Floyds always has a cool look.
Yeah, they do their own artists. They always get like an artist to do some crazy shit.
You can recognize them. It's cool.
Yeah, let's pop it. Get that popping. Wet boy.
Good crack on that one. Always like a nice crack.
Little spray. Maybe a 7 out of 10 spray. Crackability. It should be like a lot less. It's a small can.
Yeah, that's what I think that was.
We only have one because the person who imported them from us legally from the state of Indiana to where the undisclosed location that we were at.
It's a small batch.
They imported one of a decent amount of beers as a kind gesture.
Basically no head on it.
Yeah, very little head, but that could have been four.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa, it smells kind of like an IPA. Low key. It smells
really does.
It smells like an IPA, which it's
there's no way it tastes anything.
Yeah, there's no way it tastes like an IPA, but it is.
Oh, I think they said it was dry hopped. I think they said it was dry hopped, which is really weird.
It is dry hopped.
Yeah, so maybe that's. I don't see that with wheat beers.
Yes, it says it's a white wheat and dry hopped beer, so it's like a wheat ale, but it's also dry hopped like an IPA would be.
Let's see.
Let's give it a nice taste. It tastes like an IPA, kind of.
That's my favorite beer I've had. Of our beers we've done.
Okay.
Of the beers we've done, this one. Yeah.
It has like the smoothness of just kind of like a light beer. I guess the smoothness of like a Blue Moon or something. But then it has like kind of the flavor of an IPA.
It's like if Bud Light tasted good.
It's like if Bud Light had flavor of an IPA, but went down as a Bud Light.
That's just my favorite. I could drink a lot of these, like more than 2 for sure.
That's a 6er right there.
It's not too strong.
You pop 6er.
Yeah, you do a 6er of these.
That's a party beer. You like New Year's party. You don't need to eat a meal with this boy.
You just have one of these.
Yeah, you could just
lunch break.
Yeah, lunch break, pop it through. Maybe you're like about to go for a run. You want to like loosen up the muscles.
Gumballhead. Maybe one before bed. You really have whenever you want.
Definitely fruity, like lemony, orangey.
Yeah, I was kind of searching for the lemon.
It's pretty sour
because they said they put that in there.
It's pretty sour,
but it's not in a strong way. Though.
No, not in a strong
way.
It's kind of like a
little hint,
like a zest, like lemon zest.
Yeah.
You know, like you put some lemon zest on your like pasta or something.
Put some rind in there or something.
And you can just taste it. You can just taste it kind of in the background. It's not like the main thing of the beer.
I'm gonna give this, on the piss scale, the same I gave the other 3 Floyds. I think the other one I said 2 out of 10. This is like a 2 out of 10. They make some good beer.
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
3?
Because I don't think it's carbonated enough.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's pretty low carbonation.
I do like it in terms of like drinkability. Mm-hmm. It's definitely easy to just like put down. But if I'm like trying to have like a fancy beer.
Oh, you want it?
I kind of want it to like not just like go down.
Yeah, it goes down too easy.
Yeah. It's kind of like the difference between like an Americano and then like a Starbucks like Frappuccino. You know, like you can just chug a freaking Frappuccino, but like an Americano, you kind of have a sip on it.
You like the flavor of the Americano, maybe.
Yeah, where you're just like sipping on it, you're just like getting the taste. I mean, it's taste, but it's like you can't chug it of course, but it's like uncomfortable.
I get that. For me, it's a bonus. It's just too easy to drink.
It's very easy to drink. It's really good. I give it a 3 out of 10 on the piss scale. It's a little bit light, which I mean that's the point of it, I guess. Mm-hmm. But there's a little bit, almost no flavor after a few drinks. Like now that we're getting into it, I'm starting to taste like it's almost like neutralized.
Yeah. It's not like water, but it's like it's so smooth that you don't realize like what you're drinking.
Yeah, it's a social beer. It's a social beer. It's a good beer. It's definitely good. 3 out of 10 is good. Which, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, piss scale, opposite of normal scale. It's 10 out of 10. It tastes like piss. it's a 1 out of 10. It's nothing like piss.
The opposite of piss.
The opposite of piss.
We've had a couple pissy beers.
That's a piss beers in our lifetime.
This one is not one of them.
This is not one of them. Although, if it was compared to a Bud Light, if you're saying Bud Light's piss and then you compared this to Bud Light, you'd be like, this is like a good version of piss.
That's what I said. It's like if Bud Light tasted good.
Bud Light,
it's in the same realm.
It's like if Bud Light wasn't piss.
They took the piss out of the Bud Light, and
then there you go.
This is what we're
obviously a little bit different flavors. It's good.
I like it. We're doing. What are we doing today?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about. We're both UFC fans. Big fans of the upcoming fights, actually. So we wanted just to discuss the upcoming fights.
3 in 1 week. Yeah, 3 in 7 days.
Yeah, it's a nice turnaround there. They got 2 fight nights in the UFC. They're going Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, leading up to the McGregor-Poirier fight, which should be pretty.
Everyone is probably excited about that. I mean,
yeah, we can go into that one first, I guess.
Yeah, we start with the.
So I honestly, I think it'd be epic if McGregor won, because then he but only if he keeps fighting often. But I want
like one fight a year.
But I'm a big fan of Dustin Poirier, and I would like him to win.
I'm gonna bet for the first time ever. I'm gonna bet on a fight, and I'm gonna bet against McGregor, and not even ironically, I actually think he will lose.
Yeah, Poirier's maybe a better fighter now.
The only thing I think is McGregor is such a force at this point. I think there's a lot of mental aspect almost. Like if you're gonna fight McGregor, it's like everyone in the world is wanting him to knock you out, and more people than ever are watching your fight.
It's probably good though that there's no fans almost.
Yeah, that's a huge edge.
I think that definitely plays to Dustin's favor.
For McGregor. Yeah, if there was a crowd, it'd be an edge for McGregor.
And actually, Poirier, compared to McGregor in jiu-jitsu, in wrestling jiu-jitsu against Khabib, Poirier did pretty good.
He can handle himself.
He would have. I mean, most people would have tapped that.
Got that guillotine. He got it in tight.
That was so.
That's what I think. Obviously McGregor's good. I think he's overhyped personally. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't say he's the best person. He's not even ranked number 1 pound for pound or whatever. But I think that's how people view him, is this unstoppable, McGregor.
Oh, I mean, he's lost.
Yeah, he's got 4 losses already. So.
Who's he lost in the UFC? Is it just Nate Diaz and Khabib?
Diaz, Khabib. I think so, actually, because that's what made him so popular. Is he was on a huge winning streak.
And the weight class difference was obviously big.
Jumping
Diaz. He was time off during Khabib, which I know he's probably would never be. I mean,
well, that's because that's I get mildly triggered because I don't know. He's lost 3 times in the past 2 years or something. He lost to Khabib. I mean, it's boxing. It's totally different. Obviously, he's gonna lose his boxing match. But lost to Khabib. Lost his boxing. Lost to Diaz.
Beat Cerrone.
But he beat Cerrone, who's borderline getting kicked out of the UFC. Yeah. He's on a massive loss streak. He lost 4 in a row. He was coming off.
Started with McGregor, so it's that's his downhill. That's the downhill.
No. He was on a McGregor was his 3rd loss in a row. He was on a 2-loss streak.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why even when I watched the fight, people were like, "Whoa, he just kicked the shit out of him." Yeah. I'm like, he was on a 2-loss streak. Yeah. He's got no. I mean, I like Cerrone.
I like Cerrone too.
I like him. He's super cool, but he's not considered top tier.
He's not one of them. He's not where he was for sure.
Yeah. So and it's I think the UFC obviously did it on purpose. It's like they're feeding this tin can to McGregor. Compared to McGregor, he's a tin can.
And I also think they like Cerrone, so they wanted to give him some.
Big money. I'm sure Cerrone was super cool with it, but it just doesn't convince me that he's still number 1. It's because you look at the fight before that, and it was Khabib.
Yeah, he got smoked by Khabib.
There's
a couple rounds where he had some good shots in there. He clipped him with a couple punches, but Khabib overall was just
controlled it. And the fight before that was when he beat Diaz, but it was 3 rounds. He couldn't. Was it? Was it not? No. Well, maybe I made that up.
No, the fight before that was. Actually,
I read this the other day. I'm actually unimpressed with him in a lot of ways. Yeah. He's never had a success. I don't think he's ever defended a title.
Yeah, he has not.
Yeah, so he has no actual title defenses. So it's cool, and he's a double champ, or he was, and that's cool. But when you get the belt and then you just don't defend
He never
it.
defended anything, which is, it's pretty lame.
Yeah. So for all those reasons, then you look at Dustin Poirier, who's just beaten everyone up minus Khabib. He did the best against Khabib that anyone else did.
Oh shit! Actually, so it was Eddie Alvarez before.
Oh yeah.
After Diaz, but I didn't realize. I thought he fought more between that.
No,
I mean,
oh
shit, he really hasn't done anything.
He hasn't done
in like years.
In like 5 years, he's done not much impressive.
Yeah, like a few fights.
His last knockout, the only knockout.
2016.
Did he knock out Eddie Alvarez?
2016 was his. Well, besides Cerrone, 2016 was his last fight.
Yeah.
Last win. Sorry, last win.
Yeah, 2016, last one win in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Going on 5 now, so it's like.
And out of his last 5 fights, he's lost 2.
Yeah, he's 3-2 in his last 5.
And if you consider boxing, he's lost 3 out of 6.
Yeah, 50-50 chance, and people are like, no, McGregor's gonna smoke him.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's just not.
He's also fun. Like,
he's entertaining. I think.
Well, I mean, no one's like disappointed when they're watching.
Yeah,
everyone wants to watch.
And he runs the trash talk and stuff. Like, he's great. He's great on like the business end of it.
I hope Dustin wins though.
Yeah, if you look at, could you pull up Dustin's record?
I can.
Because I watched his last at least like 4 fights, I think, and he looks good in all of them. Like he's been fighting the, top contender guys, whereas they're kind of handing McGregor like.
So Dustin's lost. Out of his last 5, he's only lost to Khabib.
Yeah, he was.
And before that was Eddie Alvarez in 2017. So he's lost once since 2017 in 3 years. And he's fought like 6 times, I think. 7 times.
Yeah.
Beat Hooker, beat Holloway, beat Eddie as a rematch.
Yeah, beating Max Holloway is
beat
crazy.
Gaethje, which I was actually at that fight. It was fucking.
Yeah, he knocked out Gaethje, right?
Yeah, like towards the end of the fight. I think it was 4th or 5th round. But it was a TKO though. He wasn't like out.
Yeah, he
was
wasn't
just like fucking
kind of cold. He was just getting shit on.
And then he beat Pettis before that. So
but, I mean, those are all
big names,
massive fighters though. Max Holloway is actually what the other fight coming up, but beating Max Holloway is a huge deal. Gaethje, everyone knows about him now. He got popular this year.
Yeah.
So I want to bet money. I think I'm only gonna bet like $20 maybe. I'll probably do 20. But if Poirier wins, it'll be a huge return too, because everyone's betting on McGregor.
Really?
You look at number. He's always favored.
Doing a lot of googling today.
Yeah.
Let's see what the betting odds are.
It's
probably not closed.
Yeah, it could be open still.
Right. I wonder if it's is open yet. Because I mean, towards the end of the fight is when it gets like more of a spread.
Yeah.
That's not with betting. Like
they throw it like that's what I'm gonna do is throw it in last minute.
Yeah.
But he's like never been an underdog. There's no way McGregor's gonna be an underdog.
But was he an underdog versus Khabib?
No.
It's actually a pretty close spread.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's a minus 175 favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, right now he's a minus 250 favorite.
That's a decent.
Yeah, that's a decent one actually.
That's a decent favorite.
Yeah.
I do think if he loses to him, he's still gonna be. He's like the face of MMA. He's gonna be.
Yeah.
But he can't really talk shit if he loses, because then he's lost to Diaz, Habib, Poirier.
Yeah.
It's like the image of him is like a super
I don't think
hard ass. If he loses, you don't think so?
I just don't think he'll ever be like. I mean, if he loses a lot, but like think about how long Silva. Like people are still like, oh shit, he still got it.
It's because Silva was way better. That's a problem. I'm biased.
He is better. He's a better fighter.
Yeah.
But in terms of like mental, like people's minds about the guy, like I feel like McGregor's way higher of a pedestal.
Oh, he is for sure.
Unless you're like a super fan, like
he is.
I'd say we're like pretty big fans.
Yeah.
So like people like us, we're like, yeah, Silva was way fucking better.
Well, what I imagine from McGregor, I mean, who knows? And I don't necessarily think he's going to get knocked out or something. But say he gets knocked out, right? Mm-hmm. I imagine instead of being like cool and like humble about it, he'd be like, no, that was bullshit. Like, it wasn't even, you can't say it wasn't a knockout because you're out cold, but like, be like, oh, well, training wasn't what, he'll like excuses. Yeah. He won't just say like, yeah, I got my ass kicked. I think if that series of events happens, he's just going to look like a bitch.
Yeah. Well, he usually is pretty like humble though when he loses.
Oh yeah.
He's not like a fucking asshole about it. Like even when he lost to Khabib, he was like, got fucked up.
I guess he was, yeah. Because then everyone would still respect him if he's cool about it.
He's usually from previous experience. He's usually cool about it when he wins too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, it's cool to watch.
This is like his post-fight interviews. He's a menace.
I apologize to absolutely
fucking nobody.
That card, that's pretty much the only fight in that card that I know anything about. There's a guy named Dawabu. in Burgess.
Nope.
I don't know who they are. They're featherweight co-main. I wonder if that's going to get switched, though, once they have more fights.
Yeah.
But currently it's the co-main. And then, so the fight before that, on the 20th of January this month, is going to be Neil Magny versus Michael Chesia.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be pretty sick. I think Neil Magny
cool.
needs, like, a decent name to conquer, to, like, actually get a shot.
He's good, but I feel like no one cares about him.
Yeah,
no one knows his name.
He's good, but I feel like he's, if I'm remembering correctly, like, the last fight was not very, like, convincing.
It was just really boring.
Yeah.
It's like he won, and it he won on the cards, but you almost can't make a highlight reel out of his last fight. Nothing exciting.
Yeah.
So even if you beat people, it's like, especially at those big middleweights.
Yeah, when it's a huge division.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to get a title shot because you're winning. It's kind of like Khabib, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, he won so many goddamn fights and never had a title shot.
Yeah, he's like, when are you going to let me?
But he's like, it was super boring to watch until he got a big name by fighting McGregor.
That's what Magny needs. I don't know. I like the other guy is like a commentator.
I like him.
For the UFC.
I actually want him to win.
Me too,
he's
for sure.
A good dude. But I think Neil Magny might be better for the sport.
Yeah.
Because he's, whenever I see someone commentating and fighting, I think, oh, they're on the way out.
Oh, I just think it's like badass.
Oh, really?
That's specifically why I like him.
Oh, okay. I like him too.
Yeah.
Same with the Irish Dragon.
Paul Felder.
Yeah, Felder.
He's one of my favorites because of that.
Yeah.
And then after the fight,
but I also see, like, I don't know. The way I see it, it's like, if you're already commentating, already working on a second job, are you really
like you have a money income?
Like, well, you're really like trying to become champ. And like for me, I want to watch fighters that want to become champ. I want fighters in the UFC that want to become champ because I feel like that's better for the sport.
Yeah.
If everyone's trying to become champ, which most people are, it makes it interesting. But there's some guys that are just fighting because they like fighting and they're old, and it just like kind of waters, and they win and they just like destroy some like young kid's legacy.
Yeah.
They're like building up, and then you're like an old dude that's like the gatekeeper.
I think aside from
Neil Magny's pretty old, not old, but he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, but Chiesa's pretty young.
Is he?
He looks young. I mean,
I
don't know his age.
As well. I can look it up.
He just, you can tell the older guys, they're out of shape.
They're both 33.
Oh, 33. You got a few years.
That's usually like towards the. That's pretty prime, but it's towards the end. Prime.
At 36 year old. 36 and up is old, is how I see it. But I don't know. I mean, I think probably anyone in the UFC is really passionate about it, and it would be super cool. I don't think it'll be Michael Chiesa, but if you ever get like a commentator who's also a champion, that would
DC
be.
Was that?
Well, yeah, DC was, and that's great for the sport because everyone respects everything you say.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I run the division,
So was I forget his name, but he's the Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, super cool.
I don't think he was commentating while he was champ.
Yeah,
but he was crazy champ, and he's commentating.
Still fights, still commentates. And I think that's super cool.
Oh, I agree. I think it's really cool too.
Yeah.
It definitely helps grow their name and grow the sport.
Yeah.
But I don't like when people are in the UFC gatekeeping.
Oh, I don't mind.
I think it's necessary. I mean, it's probably necessary.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously, like Donald Cerrone, if you're like a new guy and you beat Donald Cerrone, they're like, okay, you have like you have a chance. Like,
and if you can't beat him, and he's older now, and he's kind of lost some sauce.
Yeah.
It's like then you don't deserve to be here.
I mean, go back to the bottom.
I think it's cool to have.
It's necessary, but it's just like
the big names, the champions with the big names, and then the middle of the division, like old legends, kind of. Because I think they're what gives all the new kids their name.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
I get excited.
So maybe I'm changing my mind on it right now. Yeah. It always just depresses me a little bit. Like,
no, it's sad. It's
if,
sad, man.
Who's the guy we were just talking about that got hurt? Who was trying to fight? Or no, he's got sick.
Not Silva.
No, he got sick. He was just trying to fight.
Hamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, Hamzat. If he lost to the 10th ranked guy, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Or the 15th ranked guy.
Yeah.
Someone who's no one really cares about, but then he just loses, and you're like, come on, he would have been so if he got into the top 5, those fights would have been huge.
Yeah, he would have blown up. Yeah.
Which I guess he did.
Yeah.
He's fighting the number 3 ranked guy.
He was. They might reschedule it.
I'm assuming they will if they canceled both their fight. Both.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm confused because that was supposed to be one of the fights was.
That was supposed to be this card.
Chimaev versus Leon Edwards.
It's supposed to be Chimaev versus Edwards in the Neil Magny versus Chiesa fight. That was supposed to be the main event.
Edwards specifically said though, I don't know if Dana White told him no or something. He said he wants to still fight on that card and he doesn't want to fight Chimaev. Yeah, he's like, I haven't fought in a year and a half. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to wait for this guy. Because, I mean, they took him off the rankings at one point. That's how long it's been. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
He got pissed about it, so they put him back on.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been out of fighting for so long, they just took him off. They're like, you're not even...
Which is really funny, because they kept McGregor on for like 9 years.
Yeah, that's that special McGregor privilege.
Yeah.
I'm equally excited, though, about the Max Holloway fight. He's one of my favorites.
Max Holloway is one of my favorites, too. I actually hope he wins. I like Calvin Kattar a lot, too, though.
Yeah, but I'd be upset if Kattar won.
I mean, Max Holloway needs this win, for sure. Because he
2-loss streak, but a lot of people think he got robbed both times. It was a close fight,
smoked, dude.
It was a close fight.
I don't even think it was close.
Did you see the second one?
Yeah, I don't think it was close.
Oh, I thought it was. I was a little surprised.
Well, you might have been. I mean, I don't know. I didn't care at the time who won.
Yeah, so I was biased for sure.
I wasn't. I don't think I was biased.
Okay,
but I think maybe I'm remembering it wrong. The first fight he lost.
It was the first fight he definitely lost. The second one was like a split decision. Like one ref did give it to Holloway, and the other refs it was by a point.
I maybe remembering it wrong then. But I don't remember. But I don't think it was a robbery. It wasn't like
it wasn't like
obvious.
No, it was a close fight.
I think that I thought Volkanovski won.
Yeah, it was a close fight.
Yeah, because if you're fighting the champ, you got to beat the champ. If it's a split decision,
I think that's what frustrated people is because Max Holloway's been the champ for years, and then he's in that position where he can't keep the belt; he has to earn it back.
If you have to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. End of story.
Yeah,
you got to fucking whip his ass.
Well, if he wins though, in a couple weeks, they might try to give him a third title shot.
I mean, that'd be crazy. I don't know if he deserves it. I mean, probably deserves it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like you're 0-2 already against him. Does Volkanovski really want to fight him again?
Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't. He's like, I don't ever want to fight him again. I beat him twice in a row.
Yeah. I would want to fight him.
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
it's over.
He's 0-2. Go home, eat your lunch.
Yeah, it's like, just, you lost. Yeah,
that's how I'd feel.
He's cool though, and I always prefer...
He's from Hawaii, he's fucking chilling.
He's from Hawaii. I always prefer the Holloway personality types, where he's like a great guy, he's like a dad, he's like, always a good image, because I feel like the whole sport is going in the McGregor direction of like, talk shit to everyone and like, get in trouble, make headlines almost. Mm-hmm. So I think it's really cool when you see people like Holloway or like DC even, who are just good people.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I'm rooting for him.
I like the good people too. It's hard to sell headlines, but
yeah.
But I mean, sometimes you got to be. There's some fighters that are just good dudes, and they're known for that until they get.
Holloway's one of them. Stephen Thompson, he's really cool.
Yeah, Stephen Thompson. But no, I don't think he's like a big seller.
No, he's not.
He's a UFC fan.
Yeah, if you're into the UFC, you're like, oh, cool guy, but he doesn't break out to other.
He won his fight, right?
Yeah, he won his fight pretty good.
He
was in good shape with it.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
And then he called out Masvidal. I also don't like Masvidal. I tend to just not.
I don't like Masvidal. I don't think he's good.
He's not that good.
I think he's way worse than McGregor. He talks more. I think he talks more shit.
Yeah.
And he's never. I don't think he's fought anyone. Okay, he's obviously a good fighter.
Yeah, but he's not.
But he's not like some fucking badass. I mean, like he's not the badass motherfucker that he says.
That's another
like
one
10
too.
People in the division would fuck him up.
He lost a lot. He's been in the UFC for a long time.
He lost like 15 times or 20 times.
Ass kicked. Yeah. And then like he had that cool like 4-second knockout.
I really want Colby and him to fight. Like that.
Oh man, I don't because
Colby would.
I think he would destroy him. But he's like my least favorite fighter.
I love Colby.
Really?
He's so fucking fun.
I hate him.
Such a troll, dude.
But like there's trolls who are like funny and good at trolling. His is like actually cringy.
Oh, I think it's funny because it's cringy.
It's like
I actually laugh. It's one of the few people I actually laugh at when he
I remember what he did in his last fight, or not his last one of the fights is Kamaru Usman. The nickname he made up for him was Marty Fake Newsman.
Yeah.
And he said it like every time he's on camera.
Marty Fake Newsman!
It's like, I'm coming for you,
and
Fake
Street
Newsman.
Jesus Masvidal! I'm coming for you!
Horrible nicknames.
It's so fucking funny, dude. It's like so bad but hilarious. That'd be such a good fight.
It's so, you know what I was thinking?
But he'd whip his ass. I honestly.
Oh yeah, he'd win.
I think Colby actually might be the best fighter in that division.
I think Usman is.
Yeah. You think Usman is?
Yeah.
I think
Colby's like second. Colby's like...
I think Colby was kind of beaten. I mean, I don't know. I think he was kind of beating his ass.
I was like
but then
super drunk at a bar trying to watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
So I like did not.
It wasn't like it was pretty even, but
yeah,
he broke his fucking jaw.
Yeah,
he was just taking fucking hits.
Get broken.
I know, but you gotta be fucking badass or like
he got knocked out though.
He got knocked. It was TKO.
He was donezo though. I guess I just call TKOs getting knocked out. I don't know.
I don't think he was. He definitely like he was done.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he doesn't break his jaw, which is pretty like that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Or your fucking jaw's like snapped off.
Yeah, hanging.
But I don't know. I think the best of 5. It's pretty even.
Oh, it's close. Yeah, he would win sometime. It's not what I'm biased towards because I don't like him. But you know his big gag always is like the MAGA Trump thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. Honestly, that was the first thing I thought in like the UFC world. I was like, what's he gonna do? He can't really wear his Trump hat anymore.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like he can, but it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, might just have to find. I mean, his name is big now, so maybe that's good.
I would like him more if he. And it's not like all. Well, that's what it is. It's just like annoying to me.
Yeah.
I don't care who he supports. It's just like be interesting in any other way except like.
Well, he was actually just a chill dude. I don't know if you know his story.
Yeah.
He was a chill dude, and like the UFC was gonna cut him because they're like, dude, we don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like you're winning, but you're fucking boring, so we're not gonna resign you. And he was like, all right, I guess I'm going balls deep. And he was like in Brazil or something.
Yeah.
And this is the fight they said like it's your last fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like calling all them fucking dirty Brazilians, dirty bastards.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, fuck you. And he got like big, like he
I heard about that
all over the media.
That's another thing where like on a personal level, good for him, I guess.
I mean, trying to keep his job.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be in the UFC, but I think that's like horrible for the sport. He went full WWE.
You think it's bad for the sport?
Yeah, he acts like the UFC.
I think it's great for the sport.
Is the WWE.
Yeah, that's fine.
Imagine say he becomes champ or gets
but he's
even
fighting
bigger.
still. Like he's not just like talking shit. He's
No. But say
brawling.
People watch him because I heard that story too, and they're like, oh, so if I want to be cool in the UFC, I need to make up a fake character and talk massive amounts of shit.
That's what tons of people do.
Yeah, but he's on another level.
Like everyone that you don't like does that.
He wears a costume, though.
Dude, even Masvidal does that shit.
That's why I don't like him. He dresses up as Scarface.
Who does?
Masvidal. He got the Scarface suit,
yeah.
which was, I mean, it's a cool suit. But like, imagine everyone starts doing that. They're like dressing up as Scarface and like, it's like wrestling bits. It just becomes very fake.
Oh, Gordon Ryan does that.
I don't like Gordon Ryan.
I mean,
for the same reason.
Really, that's how you have to grow a sport. By getting media involved, by getting stories, by getting people.
It's cool when it grows, but like you look, and I don't really follow
Dude,
UFC.
Conor McGregor. Without Conor McGregor, the sport's like half the size.
He like doubled, tripled the size of the sport, but he kind of doomed it. I think.
It sells money.
If McGregor didn't sell like he did, you would never get a Colby Covington.
That's the thing, though. Is they're fighting. So it doesn't matter how you fucking act. If you're fighting somebody, you can be the biggest asshole, sell the most, and then if you get your ass whooped,
dude, you're gonna have people acting like Ric Flair, like
who cares?
Hitting woo at the press conference and shit, talking about like all RKO you.
Yeah,
or
who
something.
cares? If they get their ass knocked out, that's even funnier.
But what's more interesting to me is when two people actually don't like each other, or when two people really respect each other and they're like, yeah,
it's like Masvidal versus Askren.
That was cool.
Funniest shit ever.
That was great though. They actually didn't like each other.
I know. But most of them don't like each other. They're not faking the dislike.
I think they're gonna be faking it. Like for instance, McGregor fakes it every time. Yeah, Covington fakes it with most people, and they end up hating him because he's an asshole. Yeah. But he doesn't really care about him at all. He's just a troll.
He's like, it's true.
So if you get two trolls trolling each other, it's like I don't want it to feel like I'm watching television, you know, like a sitcom or something, whatever it's called.
Well, you don't have to watch the press conferences or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta watch the interviews after.
All I care about is the fights, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, not all I care about, but that's what I'm looking for. The fucking baddest fighter in the division.
Yeah.
The best fighter, the most technical, most skilled.
Well, me too. But I mean, I'm really stuck on it. No other sport does that. Even boxing, they'll have cool walkouts or like the costumes sometimes in boxing. But no other sport, you don't see LeBron James.
Boxing's dead, though.
Yeah, boxing is dead. No other sport though, you don't see him acting like being clowns.
But it's also an individual sport
to get popular.
Like all your, it's like I see it as kind of like being an influencer, like a YouTuber, like a fucking social media.
That's why like Jake Paul.
Like it's lame as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not lame as fuck. You're making bread, but
Yeah.
you're fucking making stacks in the bank. But like that's what you're doing.
You're trying to get
your name.
Here's what I think, because we were talking about like.
But Dustin Poirier did it. That's one of those people that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's still popping.
And he's cool.
Yeah.
We're talking about Neil Magny. That's actually what I think it comes back to, and like what's good for the sport, bad for the sport, or whatever. I think it's bad for the sport because you could be really good at fighting and a really chill dude, and the direction it's going is no one will pay attention to you. You won't get a title shot because you're gonna have Scarface walking.
I don't think
around.
that's true. I don't think that's true.
It is. It's kind of true.
Like
right
Hamza
now.
Chimaev, he wasn't a shit talker.
He has an accent. the UFC world loves like Russian guys, and I can't do the accent.
I mean, he actually
embarrass
talks shit,
myself.
I guess, but
He talks shit and he says,
smash you.
I'll smash you. I'll smash everybody.
Yeah.
And then he's like he's a white belt in jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
And he said, I went at his last press.
he got his blue belt. So
Oh, he did?
Relax.
Did you see him tell the guy, though, who's a black belt, the last fight?
Yeah.
He's like, if I choke you out, you need to give me your black
Oh,
belt.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's like, you need to retire.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he does shit talk.
yeah.
But I think he's pretty authentic, though.
I think it's
He's just crazy.
he's kind of psycho.
I think he's like a little murderous or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
He lived like in the gym for years,
Oh, he did?
and I don't know if it's years, but it was a while.
Sleep on the mat kind of guy.
Like there was a closet in the back of the gym. It wasn't a closet, but it was a little bigger.
Hmm.
But it was like there was like 2 bunk beds in there or something, and like 2 dudes were staying there.
Yeah.
And his training partner.
That's cool.
Because I mean, they were just broke as shit, just fighting.
Mhm.
That's all they were doing is trying to get rid of fighting.
I like him a lot, though. Yeah,
I
I
like him a lot too.
I just don't want people's authentic personality to be like watered down.
Ideally, I agree.
Yeah.
But in reality, it doesn't work.
In reality, you get popular if you're Colby Covington and you got the American flag and the MAGA. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
it's chill.
I mean, good.
I'll say this: I'll watch every single fight he has because I want him to lose.
Kobe?
Yeah.
I love when because he has such good cardio.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, he's
like,
great.
I think it's awesome to watch.
Yeah,
He's just fucking throwing like 100 punches a minute.
he's fun to watch. And I watch him because I don't like him, so like that's cool. And no one doesn't have an opinion on him, so good. I guess good for him in a way.
Final review of the brewski.
Pretty good. Final review.
Mhm.
It's way worse when it's not cold. It was super cold when we poured it. I got on like my 4th or 5th drink. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And for that reason, 4 out of 10.
Pisco?
Yep. It
Reduce that
went
higher.
up 2 more points.
It does taste more fruity as it gets warmer.
Yeah. But like
I'm gonna leave it. I think I said 3 out of 10 piss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at 3 out of 10 piss.
I'm upgrading it to 4 out of 10. I think it's because it's not carbonated. Because
Yeah,
if something
carbonation
keeps its
matters.
carbonation, it doesn't matter if it's kind of like warmer.
Yeah.
This goes flat, like a flat soda.
It's super flat. Actually, you know what? You convinced me. I reduced to 3.5 out of
3.5.
10 piss. So it's 6.5 on a normal scale. It's still good.
It's a sneaky beer though,
It's still
because you
good.
think
It's still
you think
tasty.
it's great. You got to drink it quick.
It's not great. So it's not the best beer you've had on the show.
No, I take it back. Not the best beer,
All right.
but pretty good.
Thanks for watching. Deuces. And that's the juice.
What is that juice? No, it tastes like shit after like 15 minutes. I bet that was.